Hello cricketers, time to rank the 10 World Cup shirts that we've got for this World Cup that's obviously just started. I've got questionable pictures. Well, no, they're not questionable pictures. I mean, they're just pictures of shirts. But I mean, they're not the best in the world. But hey, we're going to go for it anyway. If you're new around here, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Plenty of World Cup content coming and other stuff, which I don't quite know what's going to happen on this channel yet, but keep your eyes peeled. And also, if you could like the video, that would be pretty helpful. Comment along, tell me which one of these shirts you think is going to be the best, or is the best, in fact, and which one would you actually think about putting your hand in your pocket and buying. But we're going to start with Australia. We're going to start strong. We're going to start with the big dogs. Now, this is just a classic Aussie cricket shirt, isn't it? It's gold. It's got a bit of green on it. It says Australia. You look at it and you think, yeah, it's just Australia, but it's a bit. The picture I've got here of Glenn Maxwell is a bit boring. It's a big occasional World Cup. Like, try hard. Like, do something. Just figure something out. Go on your little Adobe, your little Photoshop, or your little designer, and actually like do something. Try. So I'm going to put it at C because it's just gold and yellow. Who next? Who next? Who next? Who next? Who next? Is a good question. Let's have a look at Bangladesh. It's just, again, it's quite a solid and quite a similar kind of vibe that Australia have got going, isn't it? In fact, I might even put Australia in D. I think I'm going to, you know. Just go down there. Just do better. And the reason why, because I think the Bangladesh jersey has got a little bit of a pattern, like a bit of sublimation, a bit of something about it. It's the classic green, the little red on the shoulders, obviously the logo on there is lovely. I always kind of think these shirts get ruined a bit by the fact that they have to have their country name like slapped across the front of it for no reason whatsoever. Like, we're not stupid. We know who's playing. We don't need to have the team name slapped across the front of the jerseys anymore, do we? Come on, ICC. Just help us out a bit, will you? Because they've done a little bit more than Australia, I'm going to go for a nice C. Netherlands. Let's go Netherlands. Let's go Netherlands. Let's go the boys in orange, the ones that are probably going to come last in the tournament and highly likely going to go through this entire tournament without even winning the game of cricket as well. But the question is, are they going to look good doing it? And we do know that they've got bucket hats, which, if anything we've learned over the course of the 2023 summer, bucket hats make you a good team. The shirt, on the other hand, which I think the bucket hats need to be taken into consideration. I think it's all right. I think Gray Nichols do a decent job with the Dutch shirts. They had a decent one in the World Cup. They got bucket hats, which I might have just mentioned over the course of the last kind of 30, 40, 50, maybe even 60 seconds. So I think with that in mind, we're going to pop them in B. We are going to pop them in B. It's a good shirt. It's solid. It's a good colour, and they've got floppy hats. They've got floppy bucket hats, which the other teams haven't provided. They haven't stepped up. Not even England. New Zealand. Now, I've been fairly, I don't know whether anybody's noticed, but I've been fairly critical. Critical, is that the right word? No, underwhelmed by New Zealand so far with this World Cup. I don't think they're going to have a particularly good one. They do occasionally come up with a decent set of threads for a World Cup. Like they have done in the past, haven't they? The old beige brigade, the bit of teal on there as well. This one is quite literally a black shirt with some grey pinstripes on it. Which, I mean, you could argue and say it's better than Australia, and I think you probably can come up with an argument for it. But my God, does it look boring. With how much can be done now with kits and things and stuff. Like, how do we just limit ourselves to this? Like, there's no effort here at all, but it's marginally better than Australia, so it's a C. South Africa looks okay. I really liked the T21 from the 2022 and the 2021 T20 World Cups. I really liked it. I mean, Castor are everywhere. I think Castor still make South Africa stuff. I'm not really sure. I don't know whether, I mean, everybody ditches South Africa after about 5 minutes anyway, so it might be somebody else. But they've kind of stuck with that kind of that flag pattern around the collar. I think they've got a bit of sublimation on the jersey as well. So I think I like it. I like the extra touches. I like the extra bits and bobs on there that make you look at it and you go, no, you know what? That's not something they would wear for a normal one-day international. They've put a little bit of spice, a bit of panache on that World Cup jersey. So I'm going to pop them in with the Dutch. South Africans and the Dutch going together. I mean, that's never happened before, is it? England. I really don't like this shirt at all. I honestly think this is one of the most mediocre England shirts I've ever seen in my life. Can I just say, actually, this Sunrisers one I've got, that is fire, isn't it? Like, tell me you're not looking at this video thinking, that Sunrisers shirt is so good. And this is the kind of standard that we need. Look at the design on the shoulders. England, they've got a bit of stuff going on, haven't they? Like, it's not as bad as their T21. That is truly woeful. Otherwise, I would have to have a new category, like an E category for England down the bottom underneath Australia. It's a big nation. They're the retaining, like, they're the holders. I like 2019, that throwback kind of feel to that light blue. They felt they made an effort in 2019, but 2023, they've got an ODI shirt and they've gone, do you know what we should do? Well, we'll put the World Cup logo on it and we'll just put England on the front, and that'll kind of do us. And that's essentially what they've done. So with that in mind, C, it's better than Australia. Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka have had some really good shirts over the past, haven't they? Some really good ones. And sometimes actually there's quite a few kind of fan-made ones that come up and you think, wow, they look amazing. You look back at some of the ones with the iconic kind of, I think I had one with like the Dilmar T, like Ceylon T across the front of it when like Murali would have played and Chaminda Vaas. And that was good. That was very good. This one here, it goes along the same kind of lines, doesn't it? It's got a bit of sublimation. It's got a bit of a logo there on the waist, which I must admit I don't like it. I don't like the positioning of that. That kind of bit on the side there just looks a bit weird, doesn't it? But I do like it, and I think it goes in there with a B nicely with South Africa, with the Netherlands. They've tried. They have done a bit of something extra, haven't they? They've done a bit of something about it. Pakistan know how to make a good-looking cricket shirt. It's a shame they bottle pretty much every tournament. It would be quite nice to see them on the top step of the podium, wouldn't it? In their kind of lovely-looking shirts. And this one I don't think is quite as good as what they've had in the past. I like the fact that it's got the star kind of just built into the shirt, built into the fabric of the shirt, similar to their own logo. There's obviously a consistent theme, which the OCD about me quite likes. I like the different shades of green. I think it's quite subtle. I think it's smart. I genuinely think it's a really nice shirt, and it's going to go in an A. India. Home nation, India. Made by Adidas as well. Like, imagine having the weight of a cricket team. The second most popular sport in the world, I might add, but quite frankly, outside of about 2 countries, no one gives a shit about it. And they've gone Adidas, which is a strong vibe. Again, it's a pretty similar looking shirt to what they've had over the last 12 months since they started their brand deal with Adidas. They have, however, added the tricolour kind of stripes down the shoulders, which I think is a nice touch. I think that's an added just a little kind of Easter egg. Bit of extra spunk on the shirt, and I think that's quite nice. I think that adds quite a lot to it. So I think with that in mind, my highly kind of thought out and ranking process for this tier list, I'm just going to pop it in. I'm going to pop it in B because, again, it's the same shirt. They've taken away Dream 11 or whatever their kind of shirt sponsor is and just replaced it with the word India. But number one has to be, I think, one of the greatest, one of the nicest cricket shirts of all time. This shirt from Afghanistan looks absolutely incredible, and I implore you, I don't know how you buy them. I do need to find out how you go about buying these things, because my God, do they look good. It's going to sit there as an A. I just think, what a stunning kind of pattern. What a stunning design. I love the fact that it embraces the 3 colours of the flag. The logo, I will say, of the Afghan cricket board is terrible, but the actual shirt itself, so good, so nice, and I need somehow to find, I need one of them. I don't know how I get one, but I need one. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you've kind of enjoyed these last 8 minutes, if that's the right kind of word. If you have, please like the video. Let me know which you think is the best shirt of the World Cup, and I'll see you again for another video very soon.